He goes, I hate you, bro. He's like, I can't believe you're doing this to me again. He's like, I already had the paperwork ready for this other song. I got the vocalist cleared. Like, what are you doing to me? It came out at the perfect time, I think, because the scene is like really loving that style.
Right.
And it just went #1 on Indie Dance on Beatport. So like we're like, oh, this is cool. I didn't even know that like the scene was we were just like a little bit ahead. And credit to him, like he had the basic idea for it, and he like heard where things were going.
It's Powertools, and we got Hills back in the house. Woo! What is going on, my man?
Dave's wearing the headphones.
Yeah.
Only guy in the room.
I was like, we're not using those. I'm sorry about that, boys.
No, you can do whatever you want, man. You can do whatever you want. I mean, some producers, we love to have headphones on.
I'm just like, see a pair of headphones. I have to put them on.
Like, yo, the high end is really good, but the low end is not quite right on it.
These are crisp.
Man, since you guys have been here in 1 year's time, let me just list some of your releases because it is so impressive. In 1 year, you guys, your latest single, Swagger, on Higher Ground, Bullseye on Catch and Release, Cry Just a Little on Spinning Deep, WTF on CR2, your collab with Anima, your collab with Gotti, After Party on Catch and Release. You guys remixed Afrojack's Take Over Control, Fredigan's Victory Lap, Eric Pryd's Call on Me, Daft Punk One More Time, and I'm not even mentioning all of them.
We did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous when you say it.
It does sound crazy.
It is crazy. So my question is, like, you guys are on a different gear in the studio, I think, right now, and with your creative process, like, what's different from like a year ago?
I honestly think, a year ago, we had the same mindset of just like, we're going to work on music nonstop and we're going to release music nonstop. And I think once we started getting a little traction, it was easier to get the releases. Mm-hmm. So then it seemed like more records were coming, but we had them for a while. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know. I feel like we're constantly looking, like we're ready for the next song. We're like, get excited about it. So we're like, have a song come out. We have 19 more planned. You know what I mean? Just because that anticipation and like excitedness is like what we're always chasing.
Our manager hates it so much. He hates it so much.
Here's another one to place.
Yeah, we've had to reschedule so many things, and
he wrote us the other day. He's like, please stop. He's like, because we have records now. They're booked until November. We have releases. Wow. And he's just like, stop. Like, we can't. He's like, we have to leave like 2 months open just in case. Like he's like, so just stop sending me records. We're like, we can't stop making music though. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Right.
So now we're like packaging some as like EPs. We're doing some other stuff to where we're like, okay, like let's package it up, make it bigger, give people more music. Give people an option every month of
maybe an album.
Yeah, I mean,
eventually.
We might have to.
Yeah, I think eventually. Right now, we really want to like spread out to like all the labels that we like love so much, so we can like it's always been like in a goal to like sign to some of these labels. So we're like, all right, cool, we get to like tap in with these other producers and sign to these labels, kind of like put our mark down everywhere. Right. And then eventually, I think we're gonna like just be like, okay, well, we have 30 songs. Like, what are we gonna do with these? And then put them on a project or something.
Right. I mean, so the workflow is still the same.
Yeah. It's probably up now.
Yeah, it's probably up. It feels good to keep when you let off the gas a little bit, you start to like question yourself, like why? You know what I mean? And so it's keeping your foot on the gas is, I think, exciting for us and keeps us like ready to go.
And we weren't really touring when we were here before. We had like just started, but now we're touring. Right. So now it's like, oh, let's make this for the dance floor, let's make this edit, let's make this, let's take this, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that bass line's pretty sick for the edit, maybe that should be an original, or oh, like he'll send me like, oh, I found this sample from the 70s, it sounds cool over this, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, that's a song, let's finish it and we'll try to clear it. And we're touring so much now that we're like, all right, well, we want our set to be as much of our stuff as we can and unreleased stuff, so we're always just making music for the sets. And then through that, it's like, oh, well, we have more music because we want a 3-hour set. We got to, we want it to be 90% our music.
Is that some of the inspiration for like some of the remixes, like Call on Me and One More Time? You guys, so initially you guys are doing some of those remixes for this live set to have some fresh stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then when we started, we kind of made a promise that like, we built like a pretty dedicated like community really fast. Yeah. And we were like, we can't stop once we like like once we start touring and once we start releasing, we can't stop this thing that we've built from like giving people free music for supporting us. So we got to keep doing that, because I feel like a lot of people, they like do something that like makes them go viral or makes them build a community, and then once they start like finding success, they kind of stop doing it, and they're like, oh no, like I've made it. I'm
too cool now to be giving.
I don't got to give out free remixes to my fans anymore. I don't have to give away project files. Like I did it. They're gonna come to my shows. Like, and it's like, you know, it takes us 3 hours to make like a bootleg or something. It doesn't take us a very long time. And it's like, if some kid is like, man, I wish I had a remix of Daft Punk or this to play, and we're like, here it is, it's free, take it. Like, thank you guys for buying our records on Beatport. Thank you for showing up to the shows. Like, here you go. You know,
I think that's really smart and really great that you guys still keep that as part of your ecosystem, even with the success on all the different labels that you're putting out. Even I was like, man, these guys are giving away another free record. Like, why are they doing this anymore? But no, it makes a lot of sense. You built that community. You still want to interact with that community.
Yeah, we really feel like people that support you, it shouldn't just be transactional. It shouldn't just be like, you buy tickets to my show, we come play the show. You buy our record on Beatport, we get to chart on Beatport. It's like, there's got to be more to it. Of it's like, why are you gonna like show up and like back us super hard? And it's like, well, because we respect you and we understand that you could go like 7,000 other amazing DJs, but you're showing up to our show, so it's like, what's a free record? Like, here you go, you know, like why not?
Yeah, and it's kind of, it is a part of our thing. We've been approached, you know, after releasing like the Eric Prydz remix and stuff, like by labels like, let's release this. And we're like, we've already given it away to our followers. Like that was why we did this. Like, this is what we do to give back, and it's good for us because we can play it live and it works and it's cool. And you know,
and sometimes I think it actually makes it even cooler when it's 100%. Not released.
Exactly.
Like, there's like, do you have that? Not everybody can have that.
Right.
Like you got to be in the know to have that.
Exactly. Yeah. We have a 4 Raws remix of SD Kid, and we haven't put it anywhere. And it's our like most requested thing, and we're like, oh, we're just holding on to it for now. But maybe eventually we'll give it away.
You got to keep one.
You got to keep one. You got to keep one in your pocket. Not everybody can have it.
Not everybody can have that one. I got it. So like, your guys' collab with Anima was really sick. I mean, how did that collab happen? The song was Dreams. And what was kind of the inspiration for that and working with Anima?
He DM'd us?
Yeah, he DM'd us asking for, I think it was the Evil Jordan remix.
Okay.
And we were like, yes, of course, here you go. And then he liked one of the other songs we had released, and he's like, do you have anything like this? And I think we didn't at the time, but he was like, yeah, of course we do.
I was like, we have so many folders of this exact style. And my next text was to Dave, and I was like, please write another one of these vocals, because I was like, the biggest DJ in the world just asked us for one. Like, we really need to do it. And within like 10 minutes, he sent me an idea. He's like, send him this. I don't know. And he loved it, and we just went back and forth. And
it was super organic, like just from a DM and passing the song around a few times, and then it was done. It was
our first thing with like, you know, that's a massive project. Like it's on his album, The Sphere Show. So in our mind, we're so used to like, we finished a song, let's sign it here. It'll be out in 3 weeks. Right. But it took months and months, and we were like, is this ever coming out? And like, you know, we're not used to like, well, it's on Interscope, and he's gonna premiere it at the Sphere, and he's gonna play it at the Pyramids of Giza, and then it's so much more intricate than what we're used to. Right. So like, it messed with me. I was like, it's never coming out. Like,
it was kind of an anxiety fest, because it was like finished for like 5 or 6 months before it came out, and so we were like, this could be a big moment for us, and we were really proud of it and really thought it was really cool, and we were like, so please let it come out.
But then you don't realize, like, oh, when he puts a song out, he has like 70 people making like $1 million visuals, and like he's like, no, I have to like play it all over the world and get the drone videos, and I'm like, oh man, like we just like film ourselves in front of a computer on an iPhone. Like, I don't know, man. Like, but
you're just on a very different
level. A different level, you know?
Right. Maybe you got to tell him, yo, just get an iPhone and we can just get this.
Try our method, man.
The best is he sent me the visuals for his show for that song, and I was like, you think he'd like let us use the visuals? There's like, no, there's no way he's gonna let us use those. I'm like, for sure.
But when you saw the visuals and saw your song that you worked on with him, that had to be a surreal
moment.
It was crazy.
I think the first thing was he played
a show like in Germany.
Yeah, it was like called Adamus, and it's like a crazy huge atom looking thing in like Belgium, and he played it there. He didn't even tell us he played it. Like, I think it was still like a demo. He like played it, and he got this insane shot. It's just like 50,000 people drone shot, and fireworks go off right on the drop. Nobody had ever heard the song before, and he just posted it, and I was like, oh my god, this.
He didn't tell us anything. We saw it on his Instagram. We were like, oh my god.
And then like and then all those the DJ lovers clubs, all those people start picking up the clip and start posting it. And I'm like, dude, can we like say this is? I don't know like what we're supposed to. It was awesome. It was really cool. And then he put us on like Ibiza shows with him, and it was really cool. He's a cool guy.
That's dope. That's. It was worth the wait.
Yes. Definitely worth the wait. Yeah.
That's amazing. What I love about you guys is how you guys sonically are straddling like your dark tech house with the melodic house. Like, I think that's really, really cool. Who are some of your influences, like early day influences, maybe that spark, that sound, and who are some of the guys today that you guys listen to that are inspiring you?
Man, like the first stuff, obviously like the early like Tiesto's, Kaskades, but like Daft Punk is like my favorite thing ever. Right. Justice was like Justice was like the brand, the music. Right. And when I first heard Justice, I was like, oh my God, they're like punk rock dudes. Right. But they play like electro, like Bloghouse. This is the sickest. Like that changed my life when I heard like Justice. So like definitely Justice. Today it would be, like, Tale of Us when he was still in Tale of Us, like that sound for the darker melodic stuff. Man, I don't even like the current guys. I'm trying to think. Like everybody is just making such cool stuff. Yeah,
there's a lot of good. Just off the top of my head, the Swagger song we have with Welker, he's making really cool music. This kid Polovich is like really sick.
Love him.
Yeah. There's all these
there's a lot of young guys that are coming that are just making heaters.
Yeah, like we're more influenced now by like the like kids who like have like 2,000 followers who are just making like it just sounds so good, and you're just like, oh,
because they don't care.
They don't care. They don't have any pressure. They don't. They're just like, dude, I found this like sample and I like made this bass line and it just sounds good to me, and there's like 3 sounds. You're like, dude, there's a bass line, a hi-hat, and like what is there's nothing here, but it sounds so good. And like we're like those kids, they're every day we wake up and we're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
dude,
we're inspired by that a lot, because you can tell, like you said, like there's no pressure. Like they're just. And, a lot of artists that get to like a really big level, I'm sure they feel that like we have to make the best record, and if we don't, our career's over. So you overthink the song. And obviously we're not there yet or anything, but.
Or if you've had some success, you're trying to recreate that success. Where these, the newer generation, they're just like, I just made a beat.
Yeah, and it's
I don't even know if it's good, and it's fire.
Well, they don't care. They're not like, oh, my last song went top 10 on Beatport, so my next song has to. Yeah. Like they don't have that. They don't have that pressure. They're just
pure. It's just pure
they're like,
enjoyment.
It would be so
of
cool
music.
if Fisher played my song. That's like their like mindset, And that's where last time we were here, that's all we cared about. It was like, can we get DJs to play it? And then we got DJs to play it. But now it's like, with every release that we do, and the bigger the project gets, you have people starting to be like, hey, like, we have to fill the calendar. You have to get on this festival. This label just signed your record that wouldn't sign your record a year ago. You guys have to perform on this label, and this label has this festival. So you need this, and you need. So it starts becoming, what started as something that we started to not have any pressure. You start having pressures, but you try to keep it as grounded as you possibly can. But the more success you find, the more pressure that comes with it.
How do you guys know when a record is ready? When a record is done?
Oh, it's never done.
It's never done.
Yeah, we could go back to every single song and tweak it forever. I feel like, I think between him and I, we have a good like read on each other. Like when we're working on a record, if I say something like off a little bit, he'll be like, okay, like we're not done yet. Or if he says something, I'm like, okay. If we're both like, we're good with this, then we're like, okay, we're done. Like,
so you both have to kind of sign off like, all right, I have nothing else to really change right now.
Exactly. Yeah. And the biggest problem is we're so booked out, is that like we're like the song coming out, like let's say in like November, like next week we're gonna be like, the hi-hat could be like a little, and we'll hit up the label and be like, here's Master V 1000, like sorry. Like,
well, and everything's changing so fast, and we're getting inspired every day for different stuff. So songs that are booked out a little bit longer, we'll go back and kind of fix to what we want to hear now, and. So
because music is moving fast.
It's moving fast, and every day that you just you feel inspirations elsewhere. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, like this song is dope, but now I love this sound, so let's change the kick drum or let's change the bass or whatever.
Or change the song completely. There's been a few there's been a few emails where we're like, hey, we know you guys signed this song, but check this out. Like, this is better. We should change this out.
Swapped out a song.
Oh, we've swapped out many a song. Yeah, we've swapped out.
That's crazy. I haven't heard that.
I'm telling you, our manager is just like,
yeah, they're not stoked.
Like, what's the deal here? We're just like, dude,
we're
I
like
know,
a nightmare. Labels and managers hate to see
we
us
wrote a
coming,
better
man.
song, but it's such an interesting dynamic to hit up the label and be like, we know you love this song, but this might be better. Right. We're not saying the other song wasn't dope, but check this out. And the label's like, so do you guys not like this one anymore? No, we like it. But what if we like packaged it like together with like an EP?
That's really sick, man. You guys recently played in China, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been going to Asia a lot recently.
Yeah, that is crazy. So, I mean, not every artist plays in China.
Yeah.
Like let's really unpack that. Like, what was the response? What was like the scene in China? What did you guys take away from it?
It was crazy, man.
We had no idea what to expect because it's obviously so far away, and they're a little bit like, they're not involved so much in like the American culture. So like, do they know who we are?
Right.
Do they know what tech house is? Do they know what, like, we don't know. Like,
right.
And it was actually really sick. Like, we had a lot of, a good amount of like fans that would like hold up phones. They want to hear Evil Jordan or something like that. And so it was crazy feeling. And the clubs and the crowd and the people there are just amazing.
Yeah. They have a crazy DJ culture. And a lot of people are DJ producers out there. Like, I think that's why it kind of worked. And I think it goes back to because we did all the remixes and stuff early on, a lot of people there are DJs and they're like, yo, like half my set is like your guys' free remixes, or, you know, like a lot of people here like love that stuff, and they don't have Beatport and they don't have Spotify, and they have other versions, you know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't have the same things we have. So like we had to hire like a whole company to handle like social media out there for us and handle like streaming platforms, because it's totally different.
Yeah.
And like we can't log on to like what their version of like Instagram is or something. So
what do they have instead of Beatport out there?
Oh my God, what's it called?
They're big
NetEase.
NetEase.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they have a version of Spotify as well. They have Instagram, but they don't use it a whole lot. It's not their main focus. So yeah, the Chinese social media company helps us. You know, they post on our behalf to the Chinese fans that are following us.
And we saw like we're seeing that they're catching on, and they're catching on fast. So we were like, okay, like we got an agent that specializes just for Asia, and we're like, yo, man, like we want to go before it's fully there, because we want to we want to make an impact now, and we want to like build with them, like while they're figuring it out, like let's figure it out together. And then when like the scene is fully there, like we'll have already been going there for like 2 years, and they take such good care of you. The clubs are so amazing. Like the people are just so happy that you're there, and it's like, dude, we'll go there. We're going there next week. Like we're going to be there in like a week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Really good people, really good crowd, really good energy, and it's awesome.
And they're so into it. Like they are like every drop, they are like, yes, like every club is like a boiler room style club. The production is amazing. The people are so cool.
What I think is really cool is that you said a lot of it derived from your free stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I never thought about it. They don't have Beatport. They don't see the Beatport #1. They don't see, and so but you're building fans.
Yeah, because they can download the free, they can go to our Dropbox link and download the free link. Like that's fine.
Incredible.
Yeah, so it's cool. A lot, like the last time we were there, like a lot of people were like, I'm a DJ, and like 90% of my set is like your guys' like free remixes.
That's
like, thank you so much. And I think that's how
cool.
We've kind of like built there.
And I just saw your guys' live set at Sound. I wanted to come down, but I was playing somewhere else.
Yeah, I hit you up to come.
Yeah. I mean, it was a sick set. Talk to us about your guys' process, because, I asked this the side piece too. There's two of you.
Yeah.
How do you guys put that set together when there's two of you?
I think luckily we're pretty aligned in like where we think the set should go, and so we'll each kind of send versions of songs that we think are gonna fit and play good, and we'll have like, for the bigger shows, we'll have like an idea, but we're always like mid-set, like switching shit out and switching stuff up. And
it's always like, if it's a really big show, it'll be like, all right, let's like have this as like our blueprint, but like, you know, like, oh, you had that cool edit last time we played of this or that. Like, oh, throw that in there. They need like, we played a frat party last week, and it was, first off, it was FSU, and I was like, oh, it's at their house. Like, it's going to be like a couple hundred kids.
Right.
Dude, it was main stage EDC, like 7,000 people in this backyard. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And you can tell, you know, we're like playing it, and we're like, okay, like this worked at the club we played last night, but like they need a little bit more commercial. They need this. They're into this. Like, let's do this. Play that thing you played last time. Or, oh, that combination we did 2 weeks ago at this place was sick. Let's try it there. So it's a lot of communicating while we're up there.
Yeah.
We try not to like talk to each other so much, like play this, because it kind of like, it just looks weird. So like he'll like hit my CDJ and like you know, like find the song and he'll like put it, and I'll be like, oh, okay, like he's like referencing this or that, or like, so we try to do that. Like, we're pretty synced up like that. It's pretty cool.
They need to make like a where we can text each other.
100%. Yeah.
Like,
or you need to be able to control. Like, I should be able to like from this CDJ, I should be able to control like CDJ 4. You know what I mean? Like, all right, like type it in for like him over there. So we do a lot of that. Yeah, and we're always just sending each other like new stuff. And then again, like I would say 85 to 90% usually it's all of our unreleased music and edits. So it's not like, you know, it's not like, oh, play this Malp song, really. Like, obviously, like, there's a few of them, but for the most part, it's like we play a lot of our own music. So it's kind of like you only have so many options because you're playing mostly your stuff.
Right. And that sound, you guys did like a 2.5 hour set, right?
Oh, yeah. We would have gone 4 hours, but our manager got tired. He's like, guys, like, we got to wrap it up. Like,
our wives were there, too, and they were like looking at us like so tired. We're like,
my wife
we're
left.
ripping.
My wife left early. My wife was like, I'm going home. Like, I was like, all right, I get it.
I've heard these songs before.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know what you guys are.
But it was such a moment, man. Like, because we played what I think we were right after we were here, right before we did Spotlight, and it's the same promoter framework, and it was during the LA fires. There were maybe 75 people there. First show ever. We never played a show before. So first show ever. And 1 year exactly, almost to the date, we play sound right after, and we sell it out 2 days in advance. And it was such a cool moment to be like, damn, like a year ago we played for 75 people for Framework, and then they believed in us and gave us sound, which like they shouldn't have done that because we like didn't sell out the smaller venue, and they gave us the bigger venue, and we like sold it out, and it was just such a cool moment for us to be like, man, this is like really, really cool, you know. That's so sick, it was awesome.
Yeah, the set was dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, the set was really, really dope. And your latest single out right now, Swagger. I mean, we mentioned it. You guys mentioned Welker. I mean, that is fire. It's on Diplo's Higher Ground. Talk to us about that collab and how that came about.
Yeah, he sent us the idea, like the main synth line that he has, and we were like, yo, this is really cool and interesting, but we need to put our sounds in there. You know what I mean? To like kind of just bridge the gap a little bit. And it was just a song. Instantly when we heard that synth part, we just loved it. We were like, we have to do something with this. And so we kind of added our vibe to it. And it
was like, man, we've had it for like 7 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of funny because like indie dance is kind of like having a moment right now, but it wasn't when we wrote the song. Like when we wrote the song, we're like, damn, this doesn't sound like anything out. And then we just put it out, and now it's like having a moment. So it probably looks like we were like, yeah, indie dance, but like no, like I didn't even know what it was when he sent it. I was like, this is like 80s, bro. This is sick.
Yeah, we were like, this is crazy.
I was like, this has like a disco funk to it. I was like, this is dope. And then we just sat on it for a while because we had so many releases. And now it's coming. It came out at the perfect time, I think, because the scene is like really loving that style.
Right.
And it just went number 1 on Indie Dance on Beatport. So like we're like, oh, this is cool. I didn't even know that like the scene was we were just like a little bit ahead. And credit to him, like he had the basic idea for it, and he like heard where things were going. And like,
where's he from?
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
He lives in LA.
He lives here. Yeah.
Okay.
He lives in LA.
Sick.
The nicest human being you will like every day, every morning, wake up to just like a thank you guys, love you, like some sort of meme every morning. I'm like, dude, you thanked us yesterday, and they were like, we're good.
He
like,
played
thank
our
you.
LA and New York show with us too.
Okay.
So
we've been putting him on some shows.
Nice. What I really respect about you guys too is how you guys are like openly talking about mental health, and I think that's this industry could be very grinding, as we all know, and I think it's really cool. Talk to us about why you guys think it's important for you guys to share, your personal stories and inspire people, to take care of their mental health.
Man, we both deal with like super bad anxiety. We just are anxious people, like from growing up how we did and stuff. And I feel like on Instagram, it's always like I see so many kids like, man, my song got turned down by every label. We get so many DMs like, yeah, I can't get written back by Catch and Release, or I can't get written, and we know how it is.
Right.
And I feel like you only put the wins up on the board on Instagram, and like it has this false sense of reality where you're just like, we're killing it and we're playing here and we're in Ibiza and we're there. And it's like the reality is like I was at like a therapy retreat when we had our biggest song ever, like just like getting my like mental health right and getting myself right, because it's like, dude, it's hard. It is like every day we get no's, every day we get a rejection. You're not on this festival. This guy said no. And what, you know, we're doing well and like think there are yeses and we're getting signed to labels. Like we still get turned down by labels every day. We still get like, and it's like to pretend like that's not happening. It's not cool. Like, I feel like people need to know it's happening. It's always going to happen. You're never going to get out of it. Like, you know.
And it can really make you feel bad about yourself when you get a lot of no's. You know what I mean? And it's not, the labels don't have anything personal against you, but it starts to feel like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, like everybody is going to get no's. Even the biggest guys are getting certain no's of things they want to do. And it's like, you know, you just push through and it's not personal and you keep going. And,
and I had posted one, like on a plane or something, and like I noticed like then we like played a few shows and like kids were like coming up to us like, yo, that was like awesome, thank you. And I was like, all right, kid, like people need to hear it, like you know, like
no, it's good to hear.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good to share.
Yeah, and it's good to just be real. You don't have to like, not everything is like, you know, we're on a yacht with fucking get us here, man. Like it's not like that all the time, and it's like to pretend like it is just like it's not cool, and you're disservicing.
We've only done the yacht thing 4 times.
Yeah, we've only done 4 yacht parties with Get
No, but
never done a yacht.
I remember when one manager, I won't name who, they were having huge success. I'm like, man, you're killing it right now. He goes, it's not the funnest thing in the world, and I was like, but your artist is doing all this. Well, and he said something that really stuck with me. He goes, 90% of my job is tell the artist, no, we can't do that. No, it's not. Didn't get accepted. No. He goes, it's not fun saying no 90% of the time.
Yep.
You know, you just see 10% of the wins.
Yeah, you're just only seeing the wins.
Right.
There's a lot more no's that are.
Our manager said it the other day on the phone call. He was like, delivering good news is like super easy. He's like, everybody wants to hear good news. He's like, it sucks delivering bad news. He goes, but it's so much more important to deliver the bad news quickly so we can all be like, why did this happen? How do we pivot? What do we do now? You know, it's like you get bad news every single day, and it's just about like, all right, like what are we going to do with the bad news? You know, it's like you can't avoid it. You know, everybody's getting it, you know.
Right. That's, you know, and going back to, you know, good news. I mean, you guys have big support from Fisher. I mean, that's like he's a big supporter. You guys have dropped heaters on his label, Catch and Release. How did that connection start, and how has that been important to your guys' career?
We sent his A&R what was the first remix?
The Move remix.
The Move remix.
Behind music, yeah.
And then that night he was playing it in Ibiza, and we were like, whoa, that's crazy. So we just kind of kept sending him more music, and he started playing it, and he really believed in us. I think from the jump, and it was just because he liked our songs and
he's the man. He's put us on so many shows, Ibiza shows. He'll sign anything we like send pretty much. Like I think he's like been like, I know if you send me a record and I play it, like it's good in my sets. So like whatever you guys like want to do, you know, like it's
he's
all
just
good.
The nicest dude too. He's like so down to earth, chill guy. He's just it's awesome. It's awesome to be linked with somebody that's of his size, and it's also like a really good person. You know?
So he's cool. And then his team, Mark, his A&R, also like super big supporter. He texts me like every day, like, what do you think's like hot? Like, who are the new guys? Do you have new music for me? Like, he's super involved, and he's always looking out for us. So yeah, I mean, they've been a massive part of our thing. I'd say he was the first big DJ to like support us.
Right.
And yeah, I text him literally maybe once every 2 weeks just to be like, hey man, like we just sold out sound, and like we played in front of 70 people like a year ago, and like I just want you to know, like you had a part in like us doing that, like thank you, you know. And he's
so
like,
you're thanking him the way Welker's thanking you.
Like every morning I wake up, I send him a meme and say thank you. Yeah, like
he's
feel
telling
like,
his wife every morning he'll hit me with a thank you.
Yeah, what are they thanking me for? This is ridiculous.
I feel like a lot of people, you know, when you start getting played out and stuff, it's like you forget you're like, these dudes don't have, like the guys on that level, like, dude, they don't have to play your music. They don't have, and like the fact that like he is, and he's tagging us, and he's signing stuff, and he's putting us on shows. Like, he's got other friends. He doesn't have to do any of that stuff, and he does. And it's like, what is it? It's 2 seconds to be like, yo, man, like, you played a huge part in this. Like, 100%. Thank you.
We're very grateful at the end of the day because we know like those kind of decisions, he doesn't have to do anything.
And to all those guys. I mean, like Dolla and John Summit playing Evil Jordan at Ultra, like that literally changed our entire trajectory when that happened. Like I'll never forget. We're like in Miami, people start sending videos. The next day, it was like, oh, like we're getting shows. Like this is like great. This is crazy. Like, and like, we understand that nobody has to do that stuff, And so we try to do it now. Like if we play somebody's record, like we always tag them. We always are asking people for new music. We every day, like Polovich or Welker, like, yo, what do you think about this song? I'm like, yo, I think this guy would like this song. Do you mind if we like send it to them? Like we don't want anything to do it, but I think Layton would like the song or Fish would like the song. Do you care if we like send it? And they're always like, dude, really? Will you like send it? We're like, yeah, like why not? Like, because I would expect if we were to ask somebody for help, like if we're boys, like you would do it, so why not?
You know what? That's what I was having this discussion the other day. This is what makes dance music so great, and I think not better, but we have a better system than say rap, rock, country. Our ecosystem is great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where you can hand records off and bigger DJs can play it. Like the ecosystem, we're always looking out for the next thing. We want to find the next thing. So our ecosystem is always turning where they don't have that ecosystem in other types of music, and it's always
like in other types of
could you imagine rock bands playing other people's rock bands that aren't like huge classics? You know
right.
But
that would never happen.
Even like when rock bands or rappers or they sign each other or something, there's always something in it for the person.
Right.
A lot of times in dance music, there's nothing in it for like you just liked the song, you played it, you tagged the person.
Right.
Even if it's not on your label or it's not like you don't have the same manager, you don't like. You can literally change somebody's life. I mean, look at, like somebody like a Hunter. Like Dom played that remix of Stephanie. He had got zero from playing it. Zero.
Yes.
And changed that dude's whole life. Like it's like there's no other scene like that.
No.
Where you're just like, there's nothing in this for me. And by the way, I know it's gonna change your life. Like Dolla is not crazy. Like he knows if I post this clip of me playing this thing at a stadium and it goes viral, I know that you're gonna repost it and it's gonna change your life, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He doesn't have to. He could just post his own music, So I don't think there's any other scene like that, and it's really really cool.
Yeah, it's very very cool, and I think that's why the dance music strives and house music and techno have been around without stopping. Basically since 90s. Like it's nonstop. Always still hot because we have that ecosystem of supporting each other. Speaking of that, you guys have a single coming out, an EP in 2 weeks, which I think is really dope on Layton Giordani's label, MADMINDS. The Rightnow is fire. Sheila. That is fire. Is this one of those things where you gave him one song and said, let's package another song?
This actually was his idea. Like we had a song, and then he's like, oh, like I'm playing it tomorrow at whatever it was, and he's like, do you have any unreleased stuff? And I was like, yeah, and we sent it to him. He's like, yo, what's this? And I'm like, yeah, this is this song we just finished. He's like, where's it coming out? We haven't sent it anywhere. And he was like, can I put it out? And we're like, yeah, for sure. Like, when do you want to put it out? Because we have the other release. Like, he goes, no, we'll package them. And we're like, huh, okay. And then I was like, all right. And then he's like, yeah. And now he's like obsessed with Rightnow. And he's like, this is it. This is what I'm like, yeah, but you felt that way about the other song. He's like, no, I love them both, man. We're packaging it together. It's gonna be crazy. And I hit our manager. I'm like, I sent him I was like, this isn't me this time, bro. Like, here's a screenshot.
I'm not the headache, I promise you.
Dude, and he goes, I hate you, bro. He's like, I can't believe you're doing this to me again. He's like, I already had the paperwork ready for this other song. I got the vocalist cleared. Like, what are you doing to me, man? And it was like, and now we have like new artwork that had to be made, and it's just
now it's an EP.
Yeah. It's an EP now. We got to pick the A single, the B single. Where's this one coming out? Where are we pushing this? But I don't know. I feel like it's only a service to everybody else. Like, dude, it's more music. There's no negative. Like, and also, like, people are going to pick what they like. Like, you're going to put out a thing. Some people are going to like this song. Some people are going to like that song. Give somebody, like, everything.
We may think one is leading, but the world decides where it goes, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's all you can do.
And certain areas may like one song over the other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is this your first EP?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is, but it will not be our last. This is pretty much all EPs.
We have a couple more coming
for the rest of the year. Yeah, there was a lot of just like, man, like, why are we gonna hold on to music until next year? Like, it might not be hot next year. Like right now, this works, and it sounds forward thinking now, but it might sound old in like 6 months. So like, let's package it. Who cares? Like, oh, this song got less streams because it's like, whatever, man. Like, we're just putting it out. Everything will have its own moment. Maybe it had less streams, but this guy played it, and we got this video, and we got. So I think everything, and also like, if you want to build like a real fan base, it's not all about like, oh, it got 5 million streams because this playlist. It's like sometimes it got 100,000 streams, but it was 100,000 people that really, really loved it, and they want to hear it at the show. And you know, it's a deep cut for them, and you're building like a real community of people that are like, hey, this wasn't on Tech House Operator, but I found it and I love it and I want to hear it at this show. You know,
it feels personal. Yeah,
and the fan base doesn't care that one song has 5 million.
Not at all.
No, they don't care.
Only the industry cares.
Yeah, only the industry cares.
Like, a real fan doesn't care. Like, I mean, you'll see there's kids out there, you look at their Spotify numbers, you're like, it's okay, it's not great. And you look at their socials, you're like, they get, 100 comment, but then they're like selling out shows, and you're like, how? You're like, it doesn't, but you're like, oh, they have 13,000 followers or whatever, but like all 13,000 followers are diehard fans.
With them.
Exactly. So it's different, and it's like, to build real fans, you can't always just be thinking about like, man, this has to be
a big streamer
and a big streamer or this or that. It's got to be like, let's just service people that like our music, and they're gonna decide what is gonna work.
I'm waiting for you guys to hit your manager and go, how many songs can we put on an EP? Can we do 6 songs on an EP?
Can we do 19 on this one, bro?
Yeah. This one on MADMINDS was almost legitimately like 4 songs. And our manager was like, absolutely not. This is going to be 2 songs. Y'all pick. Like, I'm not doing 4 or 5. We're like, all right, we get it. Yeah, all good.
That's amazing. What do you guys have planned for the rest of 2026, man?
We're going to Asia next week. We got Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong. We are...
bunch of shows.
Yeah, festivals that we can't announce yet. We're playing Santa Cruz in San Francisco tonight. Yeah, we're touring a bunch, and there will be a new song or EP every 6 weeks until the year is over. It's already scheduled.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it's already scheduled. So unless, I don't know, something could happen, I guess. But yeah, like it'll be every 6 weeks until the year's over. We have Miami Music Week coming up.
This is what I want you guys to send me every song that you have released, and then as it comes out, I'm gonna grab the new version. I want to see what has changed.
Oh yeah. It'll change. It will. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
And the exact date of today, what the songs sound like. When they come out, you'll be like, oh,
yeah, you're gonna be like,
the baseline change.
Yeah, it'll happen. It will happen. It will happen.
That's amazing. Well, you guys are doing. I mean, just to see. I know when you guys came on, it was at the very beginning, and to see how much you guys have grown in a year. It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
And,
thank you so much. And thank you for honestly having us on here before we had anything really, you know, we were just getting going with like the free remixes.
Yeah, but the free remixes were killing it because they were on our show every week. We're like, God, Hills is like the most played artist. How many shows do they have?
We can't put 5 of their songs in the chart, man.
No, seriously. I mean, you guys were doing something right, getting on everybody's USBs, but now you guys are having proper releases that are on everybody's USBs, as well as still, like you said, still keeping up the remixes, which I think is very, very cool.
Yeah, well, I think that's what the whole scene was just built on remixes and samples and this, and it's like, why are we gonna why stop? You know, like it's like it doesn't take anything out of our lives to do it, and there's only positivity that can come from it. No one's gonna be like, man, they gave their fans this free remix. Like, fuck these guys. Like, like okay, like, you know, it's everybody's just like, cool, thanks for the free music, awesome.
Awesome. The only person that has a problem is the manager because they're like, yo, you guys have a proper release in 2 weeks. No, we're still doing this.
Yeah, we just side swiped it by giving a free remix out 2 days before the release.
Are you serious? Pops up on my text a lot. Like, are y'all serious? We're like, dude, come on, man. All
right. Well, it's awesome having you guys, and we'll have you guys back next year.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Powertools.